When a spouse passes away, there's emotional stress and there's financial uncertainty. Mortgage payments, utilities, groceries, insurance. Meanwhile, probate may just be the beginning. In Minnesota, probate is a court-supervised process. That means assets titled solely in the deceased spouse's name may not be immediately accessible. Bank accounts can be frozen, investment accounts may require court authority. This creates a gap, and that gap can cause real anxiety for the surviving spouse. At Yanowitz Law Firm, we regularly guide families through probate administration. One of the most important protections that we discuss early is the surviving spouse allowance, because many families don't know it exists. Minnesota law provides a statutory allowance for surviving spouse during probate. Here's what that means in practical terms. It provides immediate financial support first. The allowance allows estate funds to be distributed to the surviving spouse before final estate settlement. It is designed to cover living expenses during the administration period. Second, it has priority. This allowance generally has priority over many unsecured creditor claims. In other words, the spouse's support comes first in many cases. Third, it must be properly requested. It is not always automatic. The personal representative or the surviving spouse typically needs to address it formally within the probate process. Proper guidance matters. Here's an example of this situation. Imagine a Ramsey County family. The husband passes away and several accounts were in his name alone. Probate is opened, but the surviving spouse needs to access the funds for monthly expenses. Through the surviving spouse allowance, the court can authorize support while the estate continues to be administered. The stability can make an enormous difference during an already difficult time. Probate is a legal process, but it is also designed to protect families. The surviving spouse allowance is one example of that protection. Understanding your rights changes the experience. If you are a surviving spouse or helping a parent navigate probate, don't assume you have to wait without financial support. Schedule a consultation with our office. We'll explain your options clearly and guide you through the next steps with structure and care. Because even during probate, there are safeguards in place.